when you take your seat at the Barbican, what you're seeing is probably 2 years of work. My name's Al Goode. I am Operations Manager for the London Symphony Orchestra, and I have been working here for 18 years.
Hi, my name is Kika Glod, and I'm one of the stage managers for London Symphony Orchestra. First stage for us is always considering the orchestration, and we have quite a good archive as well of previous performances that we can go back to just to have an idea of, okay, this is what we did in the past, did that work? Can we do it again? Is there anything else in the programme that we then need to consider on top of that, and how do we integrate all of that together?
So just to mention some of the unique challenges that we have when staging large orchestral pieces compared to small, the main issues, should I say, that come to mind are space and noise. Now, we don't call noise at the LSO, we call it sound, because we don't make noise, we make sound. But we do have some very strict regulations to adhere to, the Control of Noise Work Regulations 2005, which they set certain levels that a peak can hit during a rehearsal or concert, or the average daily exposure. So when you're putting a large ensemble on stage, you've got to be really considerate regarding the noise exposure of the individual musicians. So that's a big consideration. And heavily linked to that is the amount of space that we have on a stage. So you're not going to put Shostakovich 4 on the same stage as a Mendelssohn symphony. You know, you need to add a stage extension, quite a significant stage extension. You need to separate the musicians a little bit more. And it's tricky because musicians play in an ensemble. And if you're creating horizontal space, which is a great control measure to reduce sound, you're losing the connectivity between the players in the orchestra. So it's really finding that point of equilibrium where all of these elements work well to produce what you see when you come to a Barbican concert.
We'll draw up a stage plan. We'll communicate with the conductor and all our concerts colleagues just to make sure everyone is okay with what we're planning to do. And then it's also, again, just going back to the orchestra, talking to them. Is this something that you feel that is musically, I don't want to say correct, but do you think this will work musically? Is this something you'd be comfortable with? And then it's just also just looking at the venue you're in and whether it will actually fit and how will it fit. You have it on paper and it all looks perfect and it all fits, but then when you actually get to doing it, in reality, it doesn't always work quite as well. And, you know, no matter how to scale you can get a stage plan, it might always differ in just that 1 or 2 centimetres.
You may have 120 London Symphony chorus, you may have a small semi-chorus, and you could well have as well 90 musicians on stage. And the programme could have 3 or 4 different pieces, and coordinating the movement of all of those artists on that stage during the rehearsal and the concert is really tricky. And I think the role of the stage manager is to control all of that movement in the best way, in the most sympathetic way. Things are not done quickly. It's certainly at least a year in advance that we start considering how we would plan for a programme that you may see when you come and sit down. When you take your seat at the Barbican, what you're seeing is probably 2 years of work.